Colon inflammation doesn't just stop at the colon. It literally imposes on every area of your health. 80% of the people I take care of have this issue, and most doctors don't address it until it's too late. Hey Wellness Warriors, I'm Dr. Nick Zyrowski, and I started my holistic health practice in order to help you take control of your health naturally, because true health only comes naturally. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up, and share with me your thoughts in the comments below. I have a lady that I've taken care of for years, and prior to ever working with me, she had developed gastrointestinal cancer and had a large section of her colon removed. Now, this is a devastating surgery for anybody who has to go through it, and it creates a pretty tough future for them. But as you could imagine, this type of thing doesn't happen overnight. This is typically a chronic gastrointestinal problem that eventually turns into cancer. So just curious about it, one day I asked her, I said, you know what, prior to ever being diagnosed with cancer, did you ever have any different symptoms that showed up? And she goes, yeah, I had a lot of gastrointestinal problems my whole life. I said, well, when do you remember them starting? She says, I remember them starting all the way back when I was a teenager. I was like, wow, I mean, she was really young, had gastrointestinal symptoms her whole life. And I said, well, let me ask you this. Did your doctor ever do anything about it or address the issue? She said, well, yeah, he did. I said, okay, well, what did he do? She said, well, he diagnosed me with IBS. And I said, okay, well, it was very kind of him to put a name to it, but did he ever make any recommendations for you or have you do anything in order to help improve it? And the answer was no. And anyone I've ever worked with who has had severe colon issues like gastrointestinal cancer, I've asked them the same questions. And unfortunately, I've always gotten the same answers. So can we agree on a couple things? First of all, naming the issue, but not fixing the problem isn't going to solve anything. And number two, we need to take our gastrointestinal health very seriously. But let me convince you of this second point. Look, you cannot underestimate the importance of your gut health. How important is it, you might ask? Well, it's so important and complex that it's referred to as the second brain because it literally impacts every area of your health. Insulin resistance, thyroid issues, hormone issues, anxiety, depression, autoimmune disorders, rashes on your skin, the list goes on. Literally, your gut health is a key component to your overall bodily health. And most people frequently tell their doctor that they have symptoms of abdominal pain and cramping and even chronic diarrhea. And then from there, their doctor just gives them a fancy diagnosis like irritable bowel syndrome, irritable bowel disease, or maybe even colitis and just sends them on their way. And then from there, you tolerate the symptoms until they get far worse. But what is the real answer here? So let's just think this out and take a very reasonable approach to it. First of all, we know that we have an irritant. This irritant is causing colon inflammation. So in order to get to the root cause, we have to remove the source. One of the major sources of irritation for the colon is going to be the food that you're eating. Now, if this is a problem for you, or you think it's a potential problem for you, what I want you to do is start keeping a food journal. Write down all the food that you're eating and correlate it with your digestive health. Did you have digestive cramps? Did you have bloating? Did you have abdominal pain? Did it send you running to the bathroom? Now, whenever you note down that these particular foods are irritating you, then take them out of your diet. Some of the top foods that I see people to be irritated by are going to be eggs, dairy, and also gluten. So watch out for those particular ones right off the bat. But remember, many things cause colon inflammation, not just food. It could be a parasitic infection, a bacterial infection. It could be excessive stress. It could even be a toxicity problem in the body. You have to get to the source and remove the root cause. For instance, my brother-in-law had Crohn's disease that was really bad. When he was in his teenage years, the doctors told him that he likely wouldn't live over 40 because it was that extreme. Now, when he came to me for help, one of the things I did is use the same methodology I'm sharing with you. What is the irritant? What is the root cause of this? It's not spontaneous, it's not genetic. What is happening here? Well, one of the blazing issues that he had is that he had 8 mercury amalgam fillings in his mouth. Now, if you're not familiar with this, these mercury fillings are one of the most toxic substances on earth, and they're in his mouth, and they were disrupting his colon health. So through the process over a few months, what we did is got them all safely removed, and we detoxed the heavy metals. And today, his colon issues are completely gone and lives a completely normal life. You have to get to the root cause. But we have to remember that regardless of the cause of inflammation, there's some amazing nutrients out there that you've probably never heard of that are scientifically proven, and the best part is they come directly from nature and not a pharmacy. Now, this first one's been around for thousands of years, helping people heal and repair damaged cells in the intestinal lining. This powerful healer is known as aloe vera extract. Beyond helping repair the intestinal lining, it also helps modulate your immune system, which 80% is found in your gut, and also balance microbial activity, which is also very important in the healing process. Now, this next one's a powerful amino acid that I've used with patients for years, and it's incredibly important for proper immune system function and also gastrointestinal health. And this is referred to as L-glutamine. L-glutamine is so important in the body for wound healing, especially when it comes to the intestines. And when we are stressed, what happens is we can be at a deficit with L-glutamine, and it can lead to cell death, it can lead to cell atrophy, and even ulcerations in the gastrointestinal lining. So we can see how important this amino acid really is to our overall health. And I know that this is probably the first time that you're hearing any of these, so what I'll do is I'll make it easy for you, and in the description below, I'll put a link to a formula that I use as my go-to formula called GI Repair that is incredible at supporting gut healing and recovery. Now, this next herb has been around for thousands of years over in Europe and is known for its powerful healing capabilities as it relates to ulcers. This is known as deglycerinized licorice root extract. Licorice root is also anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic. It works as a natural laxative and is known to be a very powerful soother of the digestive system. So if you're somebody who has colon inflammation, you definitely don't want to miss out on this one. It has also been known to help people reverse leaky gut and also help reverse problems with heartburn. Now, there's another strategy that I want you to implement as well if you're not doing so already, and that is intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is incredibly powerful for gut healing because what it really allows for is for us to take a break from the constant grazing that many of us fall victim to. And when you take a break from that constant grazing, what happens is you allow your colon to basically take a lot of that same energy that it would use for digestion and refocus it towards healing and repair. Now, combined with these powerful nutrients, it is incredibly good for reducing colon inflammation. So what I typically have people do is I have them intermittent fast, and while in a fasted state, they use the GI Repair formula, which has all these powerful healing nutrients in it, and it literally creates a combo that can't be outdone. In order to learn more about the GI Repair formula and the powerful science behind the nutrients in it, go ahead and click right here. And if you want to learn how to do intermittent fasting, click on the video just below.